Good afternoon everyone and welcome to Tuesday's Assembly. I'm hoping that lots of you have logged on today because we've got some really exciting things for you to see. So what have you all been up to this week? Well, we've been quite busy here at school. We've been thinking about how we're going to arrange prize giving. We know that you boys and families have supported exceptionally well, doing lots of exciting things this year and really trying hard with schoolwork and learning how to become more independent. So we want to keep on celebrating that. So keep a lookout for letters and emails, which is going to be telling you about how we're going to celebrate prize giving this year. Just a little reminder about this badge. Last week I said to you, can you tell me what the purpose of this badge is? And 2 boys emailed in or went through the text box and said some really good answers, and they were Danny Booth and AJ, and hopefully you've received your badge in the post this last week. Birthdays. Lots of birthdays this week. So happy birthday to Lauren Kershaw, Barry Campbell, Helen Bottomley, Jane Taylor, Liam Nottingham and Spencer. Spencer's birthday is on the 23rd, so have a lovely birthday. It's coming up to that time of the year when we start thinking about Sports Day, and obviously we won't be able to do that this year. So Mr Campbell has asked if you can send in any photographs of something active that you've been involved in. It could be a sport or it could be something really creative. Anything that's got you active, and he will award 3 prizes and you'll get those through the post over the next week. So send in your photographs of anything that you've been involved in that shows that you've been really active, and we'll get those prizes in the post to you. You may have noticed that Bertie is not with me today. Now Bertie has gone away to have some more clothes fitted and 2 new uniforms. Let's see if you can see what those uniforms might be. If you could reply on the postings now, that would be great. So, first of all, I'm going to introduce to you Chelsea.
Hi everybody, I hope you're all feeling okay today. So today I'm going to show you the days of the week and hope to teach you them so you can do them yourselves. So first of all, get 3 fingers and this hand. So using your dominant hand, that's your hand that you write with, I'm going to tap twice. So Monday. Then we're moving on to today, which is using your index finger, tapping twice. Tuesday. Then with your full hand, going in twice, interlocking your fingers. Wednesday. Then we have Thursday, making a T and a H, Thursday. For Friday, we have 2 fingers on each hand. We're going round on the top of your non-dominant hand, that's the hand that you don't use for writing. Friday. For Saturday, you're clenching your fist with this hand, a full hand. Saturday, and we don't do the day part, just Saturday. Then we have Sunday, or you can also do for Sunday, praying hand, Sunday. So today is Tuesday. Hope you give them practice, guys, and hope to see you soon. Bye.
Thank you, Chelsea. Wonderful as usual. Make sure you're practicing the days of the week. Big shout outs to Tyler, Bailey Newsom and Mitch. Great to see you. And just a reminder, I mentioned about where our pet dog was. Now it's been replaced by the red bucket. Okay, so every week if you sign in to Facebook Live, you'll be entered in to the bucket draw and a prize will be sent through to you in the post. So anybody that's put their name on today will go into the draw next week, and we'll be drawing that at the end of today also. So next up, Debbie.
Hi guys, hope you're well, hope you're safe. Most importantly for now, I hope you're washing your hands, which which brings me to this little experiment that I have right here. And it's going to teach you a little bit of why washing your hands with soap is very important compared to washing your hands with water. So you can do this at home, and all you need is items from your kitchen. So I've got some water here, got a bowl, some soap. You can use washing up liquid, you can use normal soap or anything, or dishwasher tablets or anything like that. Any soap, doesn't matter. And what you do is you want to pour the water in, or just have a bowl ready for the water. And for the purpose of this video, we're going to pretend that this is viruses. This is what we can't see with our naked eye. So we can't see this, but we can for today. So what I'm doing is I'm making virus water. And as you can see, there's a lot in there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick a finger in with no soap on it, and you'll see what happens to my finger when I don't use soap. These are the germs that stay on your hands if you don't use soap to wash your hands. Now I'm going to do the second one, is get a tiny little bit of soap, put that on my finger, and you're going to see what happens. Nothing wants to stick to it, just runs away. That's what happens when you use soap. You want to make sure that you're washing your hands thoroughly. I know it's probably quicker and easier to thinking, yeah, I'll just rinse my hands under water, fine. But you can't see germs that are on your hands. That's why it's really important to wash with soap. So, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Debbie. That's really interesting and also really useful. So make sure that when you're washing your hands, you're using soap. You saw all the germs just disappear. Excellent. Okay, now a big shout out to James Manning, Mrs. Godfrey and Miss Randauer. Okay, you'll be entered in next week's draw along with everybody else. Next up, Alan.
Oh. A little bit of practice, fellas. 3 balls. And I should have run away and joined a circus, but I had to come to work. Different stuff next week.
Thank you, Alan. And Alan also just said to me he'd like to thank Sarah for putting him forward. Some more exciting things from Alan next week. Next up is Harriet.
Hi everyone, I've brought the mystery box again today. If you remember last week, I pulled out of the box a beanbag. So I'm going to explain another object to you by what I feel. So it's a circle, it's quite hard, it fits into the palm of my hand, so about this size, and it's got on the top of it something that feels a little bit like a stick. It's something that you might eat, and it's a fruit. Any guesses over there? Just a regular apple.
Stick.
Well done to everybody that guessed that right. I'll have a new object for you next week. Bye.
Thank you very much, Harriet. I guessed a toffee apple because I thought Harriet said it was on a stick. Anyway, obviously I got that wrong. Thank you, Harriet. Okay, so Super Science Man. It's next up is John.
Good afternoon everyone, hope you're all well, managed to keep yourselves occupied, not getting too bored. Right, so this week we've got another food science experiment for you to try at home. Dead simple. Interesting, I hope. It's not as messy as a mouthful of fizzy orange, but we can't have mess every week. Anyway, so what we're going to do today, I'm going to show you how to make your own butter. Okay? So basically, what you need are three. Well, no, you don't need three. I need three today to show you. You need a small empty drinks bottle, plastic one will do, and some double cream. So that's just normal double cream in there. Okay. Once you put your double cream in to the bowl, make sure that the lid's on tight, and then literally you're just going to start shaking it. All right. And you'll probably do this for about 10 minutes. Okay. You might need a rest in between, but you just keep shaking it and keep shaking it. What will happen is the cream will thicken and it'll end up looking like whipped cream. You haven't finished when you get to that stage, okay? What will happen is, and this is one that I did earlier, for those of you that remember Blue Peter, is eventually that thick cream will start sloshing around in the bottle, and what you will get is like a lump of cream, really thick cream in the bottom of the bottle, and you'll get a liquid, and the liquid is what's known as buttermilk, okay? And that's pretty much water. So what's happened is by shaking the cream, the fat particles in the cream have all smashed together and stuck together, and the water particles have come away. And so what you're left with in your bottle is water or buttermilk, so it's slightly coloured, and then you're left with a ball of so that's the buttermilk. So that's the water basically that's separated away from the fat, and then in the bottom of the bottle is a lump of what is effectively butter. So when you get to that stage, you can just keep shaking it for a while and it'll just thicken up the butter, okay? And eventually it will go a nice sort of light yellow colour. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my butter to make a sandwich. So a piece of bread, and you just, oh, that's buttermilk still, so we'll just pour that off. Okay, so you just have to squeeze the butter out. If you can get it out, there it is. Okay, so there's the butter. Now it won't taste like butter in a shop because there's no additives in it, there's no preservatives, there's no salt, but that is real butter. And it's as good as any butter that you will buy in a shop, okay? So there's a bit too much there. Spread it on your sandwich, okay? For those of you that eat meat, I know not all of you do, got a nice piece of ham, some cheese, good job it's lunchtime, feeling peckish, some more butter on there. Okay, spread it on. There's your sandwich. Alright, Mr. Stead's lunch. That's gorgeous. And the best part of that is the butter. So there you go. That's how you make butter. Have a go at home, get some on your own sandwiches, never go buy butter again. Alright, let's take care. I'll see you next week.
Wow, it gets better and better, Mr. Stead, every week. Excellent. I'll certainly be trying that this weekend. Excellent. So, hello, big shout out to Miss Wendy and Viv or Tyler, I'm not quite sure which one of you in your household have said yummy to the double cream. Excellent. Okay, that's all we've got on for you today in terms of visitors, guest visitors, and now we're going to go on to shout outs. So, Harvey Bissell for working really hard this week on history topics. Daniel Booth for continuing to engage with school throughout student voice Zoom meetings and homework under very difficult circumstances. Well done, Daniel. AJ for his amazing butterfly facts and engagement in the origami session. Reese for interacting well with another staff member. Bailey for winning the general knowledge quiz on Wednesday, for working really hard this week on history topics, and for a super piece of work on Black Lives Matter. Fantastic. And I know Bailey actually used the butter that he made yesterday in his scrambled eggs this morning. William for finding the solution to the domino maths challenge. Alfie Kirby for being the newsreader in class and making his own TV, and you'll see that on the companion video if you watch that afterwards. James Manning for great start to being back in school and taking on the afternoon walk challenge. Josh Osborne for completing his entry-level maths units in rapid time. Lucas Plicatus for engaging well with staff and showing good examples of behaviour to other boys. Zach for working really hard this week on history topics. Rayham for working really hard this week on history topics, for a super piece on Black Lives Matter, inspired street art, and for making butter, also for sowing sunflower seeds and reading in the sun. Gregory for his engagement in the work set and completing it all. Mitchell for his completion of his 3D puzzle of Typhoon aircraft. Riley for starting a fantastic comic strip and for making butter, sowing sunflower seeds and reading out in the sun. Connor for working really hard this week on history topics, for showing a real desire to learn and better understand recent world events and the historical contexts, also for his work outdoors. Well done, Connor. And Seamus for growing in confidence and showing great skill playing Jenga. Well done, Seamus. So that's all the shout outs for this week. Now we're going to draw a ticket from the red bucket, and whoever's name we draw out, we will make sure that there is a prize in the post to you. So this week's winner is Tyler. Well done, Tyler. And we'll have a prize in the post to you this next week, unless you want to donate, of course. So let's get ready to finish. We're going to remind you about the video that follows, so make sure that you get on that and have a look at it and see what you think about all the photographs, and all the shout outs are on there too. Have a lovely week, take care and stay safe. Bye for now.